For real, it just it looks kind of crazy when you just don't really know what you're looking at, honestly. But as you can see, I mean, after I'm off, I'm off. I ain't done nothing since yesterday. But look at it tapping perfectly to where we thought it would end up. Perfect. But new day, it's a new day. Roger the man. I don't know, brother. So today is what is called NFP Friday. So NFP Friday is typically the most volatile day of the entire month. I don't know why. I'm not real big into the macroeconomics of it all, but I know off of experience that NFP Friday is usually where you'll see some crazy movement in the market. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark it up based on kind of my normal analysis, and we'll go from there. So we did finally create a resistance up here after a straight run up for a while. So we just ran up for all these days in a row. But then we finally closed bearish yesterday on the daily candle. And this daily candle has come up, kind of came to this resistance. Okay, green candle, red candle, resistance. And now it's starting to reject out of there. So we'll see if NFP wants to go ahead and push us past all this, because if it breaks this high on the daily time frame, it's likely to fill this wick, kind of the same trade we took yesterday. But at the end of the day, like I always say, this could just be the top wick to continue down. So I'll go to the 4 hour like I usually do. I'll see that we got a resistance also on the 4 hour time frame, and we can be respecting that. But once again, if we break that, we should be good to go ahead and fill up here. But the 1 hour, y'all know, is where I really start and drawing up my support and resistance levels. So for right now, sells under here wouldn't be bad. And buys, let's see, probably up into here or above here. First target kind of down into this level right here. So you have clean candles like we talk about, just a clean candle to mirror right there. And then probably looking like right in here, which is this resistance for that target. But overall, price is just a bit choppy right now just because 1 hour candles are printing side by side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles now that are kind of sitting in this range. Then we don't have any real indication of direction quite yet. So then I go to the 30-minute and I'll see kind of the same story. You can take a buy above here, or you can also look above here, since it's the same area that we rejected out of yesterday, or we're quite like a little bit hesitant of yesterday. So I think the safer buys would likely be above this. I'd rather just wait on that, trying to target up into here, which is a nice 50 some odd pip range right there. And then long targets probably up into here. So first target, long target, and on sales, same case. First target right down there, support, resistance, support, resistance, first target, long target, and then kind of like long targets. But we'll see how news prints here in the next 15 seconds. Like I said, it's usually real volatile. So let's just see how it opens up. I like looking at it over here too. 3 seconds. Let's see. Yup. Crazy. I do not mess with this. So we'll see what it wants to do. Usually as price continues to break its own highs, it usually continues. But at the same token, if you do catch an entry and then it pulls back 20, 30 pips on you, it ain't worth that stress to me. I'd rather just take my time, let news play out. Oh yeah, it's breaking its own high still. Let's see, because I want to say, yeah, see, broke that daily high, and now potentially filling this wick. Right now, like, you can take impulsive entries, but you just legitimately have no stop loss. you would just be getting in. And you always hear me say, like, hope is not a strategy. So if you do get in and you catch a little quick 10, 15, 20, you don't know where you're getting out. You don't know where to get out if price starts pulling against you. And we went way too much to be just kind of just jumping in. So I'd rather just wait on the closure. Roger, you at the crib or at work? Or are you in the car? Office. You already in office? Well, you be getting there early. Let's see if we can go ahead and break, because this will be us breaking the daily high again, or the all-time highs again. So at that point, we'll see where you're even trying to head to. You trade on your phone when you at work, Roger? When it breaks his daily or breaks his all-time high, I am expecting a little push up for sure. We'll just have to see. So from this opening in the last 3 minutes, this is pushed up 290 and counting. So like I said, it's a very volatile candle that happens. All right, so that just broke the all-time highs right there. So let's see how it closes. I likely will wait on like 845. Because also wouldn't mind it closing back under this range. So like I said, all this was cool. Like that whole analysis was fine, but I had a feeling like one way or the other, it was going to just blast past all that. NFP is, yeah, somebody got paid and somebody lost a lot of money. What they say is a zero-sum game. Like when one wins, the other loses. Had a buy stop, you'd have got about 20 and you would have been sitting about negative 40. No joke. Definitely no joke. Done with Apex. Well, I got banned. That was last year. Yeah, I hit for what was that, 24,000 on them, and they banned me. So now I'm top one. Top one been cool though. Top one has paid me out 30,350 so far, and I'm on a live account now. So up 690 on this live account because I started with 9. So whatever I end at today, win, lose, or draw, I'll just take a withdrawal. But yeah, unfortunately, not so unfortunately, Apex banned me. It just was what it was. 5-minute candle starting to reject. This resistance here, if it flips up, it should fill that. That ain't enough, especially with the real stop loss being way the hell down here. I'm probably waiting on at least 845. I wouldn't mind taking the sell down for real, because the same way it just came up to here, it can reject and fill all this back downward. But we'll see. Oh man. I slick got to leave around like 9:35, 9:40. I got something to do at 10. Hopefully, we can catch a little something before then. But if not, it is what it is. All right, so that 5-minute candle's still in the range. So when price is real volatile, sometimes you really do got to come down and drop down to that 5-minute time frame where you don't have to do anything, but you can. So this candle opened up, came down, made like a 45 pip bottom wick, and now it's kind of filling that wick like we like. But like I be saying, man, it's just kind of hard when price is moving this volatile. These are 5-minute candles, mind you, moving. This moved 341 pips from the bottom. This candle has moved 60 something. I mean, right, so we got a candle that closed above on a 5-minute time frame. Now this candle is coming down to make a bottom wick. You can have a buy stop on the break of the all-time highs again, or you can't wait on a 15-minute. So, like I said, I really don't be in a rush to trade all-time highs like that. Like, you don't know where price is going. You kind of just got to take what you see and call it there. But at least I would want to wait on a 15-minute candle to close. Then that candle wicks down to retest this, and I can maybe take advantage of the wick fill, and then take advantage of maybe 10 to 15 pips beyond the top, or put a stop loss to break even or something. But like I said, whoever's starting new, it's a bit tougher because usually we look at zones to target, but considering these are literally all-time highs, you don't really have any targets. So at that point, you're kind of guessing, like you're guessing where price is actually heading to, or you're taking what the market gives you before just calling it a day or waiting for a new setup. So it's a bit tough. It is a bit tough. And like I always say, when you buying all-time highs, like in anything, the thing can pull back on you at any point. So from the bottom, or even from just the open of this 30-minute candle 11 minutes ago, it done already pushed up 350 some odd pips. And yes, you can get another 20 to 30, but the last thing I want to do is get caught up, because until this low is disrespected, this next candle can pull all the way back. And I'm not trying to sit in much more than about 15, 20 pips of drawdown. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So with that being said, it's hard for me to be just jumping into trades knowing that we potentially can be sitting in 100 pip drawdown in the span of a 5-minute candle. That's crazy. So you just got to be good about cutting your risk. If this rejects out of here and then the next candle comes up and then closes bearish on the 15-minute, so I'm on the 15-minute time frame right now since 8:45 is about to close. If this can reject out of this resistance, the next candle can print bearish. I could potentially take an entry on the break of the daily low, expecting that we reach kind of our high of the day, or for now at least, and kind of take advantage of the down wick. And then that's another thing you got to take into consideration, that these are 1 hour candles printing bullish. So being that they're 1 hour candles printing bullish, the next whatever down wick can simply be a down wick to continue up. So since it can be a down wick to continue up, I don't really just hold the bag for too long, but we will definitely see how this 15-minute candle prints for one, and for two, if it closes above or not. We got 2 minutes. If it closes below this resistance in 1 minute, 15 seconds, I'm likely not doing anything until 9. If it closes above, I may look for buys. So 1, fill this wick, and 2, probably break the high and go beyond it. But like I said, it's just all very arbitrary right now because you don't know where price is really headed. You have no direction of where price is heading. Yes, for what it's worth, I can mark new ranges. So looking for buys above here. That is like 33.65 first target. I just go in 50 pip intervals at that point. 33.65 ish. Then 33.70 or 50, 36.50. Yeah. Yeah, there's no real method to that madness of like identifying potential ranges when you get above all-time highs, because there's no targets. Let's see if we close above. It looks like it might. 5 seconds. That's closing. Kinda. Depends on the bottom wick. Alright, so let's see. Damn, that's quick. Yeah, I will have a buy stop above that high. I have a buy stop above that high, anticipating that if it flips after closing above right here, that we should be heading up to at least fill this wick right here. At least catch a few of it. If it starts pulling against me, I'll cut my risk, as y'all know I usually do. But we will see. 5-minute flips. Stop starts getting ridiculous. I'll probably delete. But man, this is a very volatile day. As you can see, that's already a 70 pip pullback in 1 minute. So let's see. If I'm not in by like 8:50, or if this 5-minute candle also closes bearish, or very strong bearish, as I should say. Like if it closes weak bearish, I don't mind it, but if it closes like real far down, then I'll probably just wait on 9 and just see what happens at 9. Right now we already looking at a 80 plus pip stop, technical stop. I wouldn't hold for 80 pips, but we'll see. We will see. Yeah. All right. Well, that is 100 pips now. So I'm gonna delete this for now and just see what happens maybe with the next 5-minute candle. If it comes all the way, that means that not only are we anticipating that it's flipping all the way back up, but driving after it flips back up. You're talking about trying to get 125, 130 pips from down here minimum. That's a lot. So let's see what it does. Like I said, I wouldn't mind if we start rejecting out of these all-time highs, honestly. I don't want to trade all-time highs. So if we can just start rejecting out, that's perfect. So I have deleted that. Delete. And if we get a 15-minute quote unquote faking out, that wouldn't be a bad idea. So this candle closed above the resistance. This candle can close back in the range. You could potentially call this a fake out, but it just depends on how far it runs down, because you got to have range to run down. And you have nothing in the way, like I always say, kind of like right there, maybe even right there. So you got to use your discretion. But for now, I'm chilling. Flipping back up. We'll see what it does at 850. But right now, I mean, even from that entry, we're still about 90 pips away still. So we just gotta see. And the reason I just labeled these in 50 pip intervals is Swaggy C, he was at Forex educator from back in the day. He said that when you get to all-time highs, price starts to move in terms of 50 pip intervals a lot of times. That's just I forget what the common term is, but psychological level. So 3640, 3645, 3650, big round numbers in terms of 50s and 100s. So we'll see if we can go ahead and flip back up. I may be interested in it still. I would just use the current 5-minute as my entry, or as my entry and stop loss, as opposed to the previous. I'm on the 5-minute now. A bit advanced. 40.9. 3640.8. So that'd be the 15-minute, making a hell of a bottom wick. All right, so I'm gonna add that back. 3640 point. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna add it back. 3640.8. I'm gonna have a buy stop now. Anticipating that when we flip, it's still a big stop loss, mind you. But anticipating when we flip on the 15-minute, after coming down and grabbing all these orders, that should be enough to take us on up to at least fill the wick, which is 40 pips and long-term keep breaking highs. But I'm not looking to be here for too long. If they don't get me in on this candle specifically, then I likely will just be waiting until 9 o'clock. So let's see. As you see, it's a whole bunch of add, delete. But it's all good. Now we coming back down. This is 100 pips again. Price is moving like a motherfucker. Perfect. These are the days you like, but it's the days you can mess yourself up too if you don't manage your risk. Like, you talking about 1 5-minute candle moving down with no top wick, 130 pips. So with that being said, you got to be careful. And you expect when you do get into profit that it's just gonna fly into profit, because I'm not trying to sit in negative 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever, what have you. Like right now, this technical stop loss is 104 pips. If I saw about minus 20, I'd probably cut it. Minus 20, 25, I'd probably cut it. Because especially since it's been such a good week that I don't want to throw away a lot of profits on a Friday. That has never made sense to me. You do good all week, and then you throw away your profits on a Friday. But it's looking like 9 o'clock for sure. Price keeps stalling out like this, and it definitely like 9 o'clock. Thank you for those who are tuning in from YouTube. If you can, please like and subscribe. That'd be very much so appreciated. Right now, just kind of waiting, seeing what price wants to do in these all-time highs. We did break the daily high, all-time high, but we may be rejecting out of it. I do have a buy stop above the most recent 15-minute closure above, but that's not to say that we can't create a new resistance and start coming down. So we will definitely see. I'm probably about to delete this here in the next minute, unless we just want to jolt up real fast. But it looks like we're going to delete because we're getting so close to the end of the 1 hour candle. And if it just drives up in this last couple minutes, it just is what it is. I usually don't take trades in the last couple minutes of the 1 hour candle. But we will see. 30 seconds. Up to 7 on the live stream. Thank you. Let's see. Man. Because now, I'm going to keep it for now. Because I anticipate if we do break that high, it should be a very quick push. And man, like I said, I don't usually take trades in this last couple minutes of the 1 hour candle in anticipation of it getting a little bit of profit, hovering, and then making a bottom wick for the new 1 hour candle. But we'll see. You just got to be quick with the trigger finger. Stalling out so bad, and it's getting so close to the end of the 1 hour candle. And likely, if it goes, it'll probably be dumb quick. Like, even after breaking that high, it's 27. So we'll see. 2 minutes, 50 seconds. So now it's breaking that high on the 5. Let's see. So we're getting real close to the end of the 1 hour candle. I don't want that thing to get me in real fast and then pull back for the new 1 hour bottom wick. So I'm gonna wait. I'm deleting again. And then what I might do is I might add it back on the break of that high. Even though it is technically a resistance, I would anticipate that volume should break us past it. But we'll just have to see how the new 1 hour candle opens, because now that we have a resistance, albeit just a 15 minute, we can start coming down potentially. The 30 minutes closing bullish, however, and the 1 hour is closing bullish. So we'll see if the 1 hour candle can close above even the most recent resistance, which is right there, which would be good. But if we start rejecting out of even that, we're gonna need another 15-minute candle or so to confirm likely. So let's see, we got 1 minute and about 30 seconds. Up to 9 watching on YouTube. Okay. I'm gonna repeat what I always repeat. Thank y'all for tuning in for sure. Trying to see what we can catch on this very volatile NFP Friday. Since the 30-minute candle opened, we have already pushed up 350 pips. So that being said, we're gonna have to see if this is the move or if it still has a little more juice to push past. But it's looking not bad. 40 seconds. I would like it to close above. Yeah, that's smart. You should be day trading in high school. You don't got much to lose. Appreciate that. So, price action says after candles close like this, we should, look at that, flipping in the last couple minutes, boy. Hell no. No, sir. So it would have got you in right there. And it's been on you to manage that however you manage it. But let's see if we can get like a down wick or something. All right, so this opens straight up. And let's see what happens. Because now it's just up. No bottom wick. I want a bottom wick on the 1 hour candle for sure. But for now, if it just goes, it just goes. ID. If it drives, it drives. So your entry would have been like right here. You'd have been a little bit of drawdown. Then you've been up a little bit, 14, 15. Then you've been back in drawdown. That's not worth it. I still want a bigger bottom wick than that. If this can retest like this, that'd be better. But this is just in no man's land. So when it breaks its own high again, it usually pushes. And it can fill this. But that being said, I don't know if that's the bottom wick or not. And once again, if it drives, it drives. And these all-time highs, I am not antsy at all to get into trades. I don't have a target. So for me to be just rushing to get into a trade would be crazy. You have nothing to look for except a wick fill. So I at least want to see what I want to see. At this point, I damn near want a sell out of these ranges, like a 15-minute closure back in range, back under this. Trey, I see you on the chat. I got a golf lesson today. I'm gonna be on the links with you soon. I'm going to golf at 10. That's what I gotta do at 10. All right, now we rejecting out of that 1 hour support or resistance. Hey, let me get straight on the links first. I'm not terrible, but I don't got no real sense of direction just yet. I'm just swinging. But we'll definitely give me about a couple weeks, bro. For real. My homeboys be having them little golf trips and stuff. I'll be like, man, I ain't about to just be sitting in the cart. I'm definitely trying to get out there. Facts. But once again, I'll say it again. Thank all y'all who are tuning in from YouTube. Right now, we're kind of in just an interesting place, just because we did get a closure above based on the 1 hour time frame, but we already filled a good amount, or like not a good amount, but some of the range up that we know that we have a target to fill, which is the wick. But I mean, when you start playing with these all-time highs, the last thing you want to do is get in at the high and it start pulling back on you. So what I damn near want at this point is to either catch the sell coming down, or to wait on the sell and then take the buyback up to retest these highs. So all my new people, I'm on a 15-minute right now because it's so volatile. I mean, hell, it's been 4 minutes and it's pushed downwards 90 pips in those 4 minutes. So with that being said, I go to the 15-minute and I say, all right, we closed above here, but now we made a resistance. We broke above here without a bottom wick. So if we have a 15-minute candle close back under this range, I may take advantage of a sell down. If it just pushes down too far, the next move would be to just wait on a support to form, so a red green candle to go back up. Because at the end of the day, the 1 hour candles are bullish. So until it disrespects this low, at any point, this can flip up to continue. So if you do take a sell, you don't want to hold the bag too long, because you don't want to get caught in what is just simply the pullback. You want to take your money and go on about your day. So it's a couple things that can happen right now. Like I said, I got a lead probably around like 9:30, 9:35. So if nothing sets up, it just was what it was. I've had 2 trading days this week, and if that's what I do in 2 trading days, then that is not bad to me. So we'll definitely see what it do. But I want to take something. I really do. Just got to see what ends up playing itself out. But once again, thank you for tuning in. And if you can drop a like and subscribe, that'd be much appreciated. Much appreciated. Right now I have 1 live account through Top One. That balance is at $690.72. I started with a $9,000 balance on that after taking 3 separate withdrawals from them of $3,500 apiece. And I also have 5 accounts that I'm working on through Tradeify. That's been another platform that I've heard very good things about, and I've heard they're very quick with payouts. So I have 5 accounts going with them as well. This is a $100,000 account. I need to reach 6,000, and these are 150K accounts. I need to reach 9,000. So just under 2,000 away here, and just over 3,000 away here. So when this is all said and done, this will be 14,500. 3 times 4 is 12, and then 2,500 from these accounts, and should be done with this, God willing, in the next couple days, as I've sized up on risk, because I don't really care about this shit. I mean, I know that I got very good risk management. So yeah, when you really like the move, there's nothing wrong with sizing up. that's what it's all about. You just want to be able to maximize by copying these accounts, because the same way someone can make $200 on one account is the same way someone can make $200 on 5 accounts. And it starts adding up the more that you use OPM, other people's money. So we had someone in the chat ask earlier, do I trade with Apex anymore? Unfortunately, I was banned from Apex last year after withdrawing 24,000 from them, but it's all good. You can't crowd or spill milk. You just gotta keep rolling with the punches. So I just pivoted, found top one futures, as I also heard they were pretty good about payout speed. And yeah, so I've gotten now, 9 payouts from them, and now on a live account. So I'll be requesting another payout today to bring my total up to whatever that is. And just got to keep growing with it. My tips and tricks are really just less is more. Just take less trades and higher quality trades. Don't be afraid to not trade on a day. I'd rather take 2 good trades and end my week at 9.6 than 15 C plus B minus trades and end up at 5. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I'd rather maximize on every good trade and try to take everything I see. But once again, thank y'all for tuning in for sure. Thank y'all. Appreciate that. It's looking like likely a 9:15, 9:30 move. Like I said, I gotta leave by the latest 9:45. 9:40, really, 9:40. Because I'm gonna see how far it is away. It's 16 minutes away, so I don't like rolling. If it started at 10, I don't want to be rolling in at 10. So by 9:35, I'm probably off. I'll probably find some time to go get dressed here in the next few minutes as well. Hope the music keeps you occupied. So are they a futures prop or Forex? I only trade futures props now. Yeah, I only trade futures props. I don't even know, like, Forex props are actually like harder to me, because you got to think, we done got so far away from like challenge mindset with the instant funding routes. When I hit the 6,000 or the 9,000, I can then withdraw 3. What Prince is referring to, for people who are newer, back in the day in Forex prop firms, you had to either hit an 8% profit target and then a 5% phase 2 target, or a 10% profit target, then a 5% phase 2 profit target, and then you got funded. So you got to make 13 to 15% before you can even start making money. And yes, there are instant funding routes in that manner as well, but I done got so used to the centralized data feed of trading futures. It's just rinse or repeat at this point, honestly. And I like futures rules as well, futures prop firm rules as well. Kind of simple, like make 6% before you lose 4. And the way to avoid losing or setting yourself back real big in futures props is to just cut your losses. Antonio isn't on here today, but I mean, we just kind of came to the revelation on Wednesday or Tuesday. Like, you can't even make more than 20% in a day of your profit target. So why the hell are you losing more than 20% of the profit target in a day? If I can't make more than $600 on a $50,000 account in a day, then that would be crazy to be losing more than $600 on an account in a day. And Brandon, you said with that retest, would you enter on the break of that high? Sir, that is a 130 pip stop right now. We likely won't have to think about that. I'm not doing anything until 9:15. But if that is now 2 candles that have closed, I know you sent that a minute ago. You sent that at 903, sorry. Yeah. When it broke that high, my fault. When it broke that high and came back down on retest, potentially. But like I said, I'm not giddy to get into a candle or entry way the hell up here. Like, yeah, that's 25 pips of range upwards, but my bad. I'll be going over the analysis. But it's looking like it wants to potentially push up, so we'll see. We'll definitely see what it do. But this potentially could have just been the bottom wick to continue up. So let's see what it does in the next 2.5 minutes. I'm not. If I know I only take 25 to 30, I'll trade with a technical negative risk to reward. Like, I don't really care about that. But when you start getting like 80, 90, 100 pip bottom wicks, it's like, right, I'm not doing that. I see 30, 40, 50, maybe. But I'm anticipating that bitch to come down for 100, flip back up for 100, and then continue after the flip. No, sir. No, sir. Remember, the original entry was right here. So you would have seen a little bit of profit, like 15, 16, 17, then had to sit in negative 110. No. Discretion and timing. Like, you got to just kind of use your discretion. I'm interested to see now what we do as we start breaking these highs again. Because if this 1 hour flip came all the way down, grabbed all these orders, which would be the 1 hour candle breaking its own high again, it should fill the wick and continue beyond it. 20 seconds. If this closes bullish, it should be, or even weak bearish, it should be good to go up once it breaks its own high again. Because that's the 1 hour candle flipping down, or flipping again, sorry, here. Let's see what that stop loss would even be. This shit's still closing bearish. Like right now, it's still a 60 pip stop loss if it flipped from where it was right now. We'll see, because if this on the 5-minute candle, if that starts breaking that high, then the volume should push it up to come on up here. You're getting kind of tight from where it rejected out the first time, but it closed above on the 1 hour right there, but it keeps closing below on the 15-minute right there. Oh. If it gets up here, I likely will have a buy stop just to try it, but you gotta just be quick. That's a 63 pip stop loss. Oh man. A couple people have subscribed. Appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set a buy stop on the break of that 1 hour high again. 3642.4. Anticipating that after we done grabbed all these orders from the downside and we started re-breaking our own high up here, we should be good to go. But we will ultimately see, because y'all know the drill. I may be deleting this once again. It is what it is. So I'm anticipating that once it breaks that 1 hour high again, once it breaks these weak 15-minute bearish candle highs right there, that we should go ahead and push. Y'all know what I do when I drag this up, drag that down. Some technical stop loss, like I always say, technical stop loss is the entry candle low, which is like 63, 64 pips. But obviously I wouldn't sit in nothing more than like 20. If it's just supposed to go, I'm expecting it just to go. So we'll definitely see. But we got 1 minute and 20 seconds until this 5-minute candle closes. So even if that candle is the one that wants to be the one to break, I will use that as my stop loss. So basically the 1 hour candle closed above. I'm anticipating that after that big down wick, that we should be good to go ahead and make the move after breaking these weak bearish highs. Let's see. 20 seconds. So I'm even go down to the 5 minute because that's likely the candle that's going to get me in. All right, still not in. It got close. But I want this next 5-minute candle to wick down, preferably, to give a smaller stop loss. So, all right. I'm on a 5-minute. I'm real zoomed in right now. Real zoomed in. If we just want to keep having these pull, bruh. This is so funny. Yeah, delete. Delete. That's why you don't jump the gun. It got a little bit away from that, and it's back to 120 pips. Well, you can't call this shit. That's crazy. You can keep it if you want to. It's still likely to break the high. When it does it, it's just like, bruh, I'm probably just gonna wait on 9:30 at this point. That's crazy. Yeah, that was in 1 minute, one singular minute, that was a 100 pip fall. 1 minute candles. Whew, that's what got DJ caught up that one time trying to jump the gun. I'm trying to tell you. So yeah, for sure. Just delete, and wait on 9:30. I'm gonna probably go ahead and get dressed just so I can be ready to go after we get out of the trade if we take one. But right now, still the same analysis. If it closes like bullish or weak bearish at 9:30, I'm looking for a buy. If it closes back in the range, like a fake out, I'm looking for a sell down on the break of like one of these lows. But for now, I'm not doing a damn thing just because of how volatile price is. That thing got 1-2 pips from entry and fell out 100. So no, sir. All right, I'll be back in less than 5-6 minutes. Y'all know my saying. If it drives, it drives. ID. That's fine. I like 930 volume anyway, more. So we'll see. I'll be back. All right, looks like I didn't miss nothing. And surprisingly so. Let's see. Feel like it if it breaks that high on a 30, especially like a 30 closes weak bearish. Break up this high during 9:30 volume time. Fill this wick. Stop loss to break even there. Should break. There we go. Let's see. But if it closes respecting, it should start coming down. Like I said, ultimately, these 15-minute candles are just pulling down. Oh, that's a quick last second jolt. They are just pulling down to pull up, pulling down to pull up, pulling down to pull up. So let's see. Mm, 20 seconds, 25 seconds. Even on trying to get an entry on a break of that low is far away. That's 50 pips away. Damn. We're just kind of in no man's land right now. Like, we're not closing above. Resistance is right here. And then we're kind of far away from the entry down here. And if you do take a sell, you would anticipate, let's see. I'm anticipating that now that this candle opens straight up without a bottom wick, it should probably come down, but you just got too much going on. Like, you can see you flip down, now you can flip back up. You got the 1 hour candle that's printing bullish after making a bottom wick to continue up. You got the 30-minute candle that just closed back in range. This is potentially coming down to fill that wick. You have the 15-minute candles that are also closing back in range. So let's see. That just pushed 25 real fast. And then I wouldn't want to technically take a entry on a break of this low because you already done pushed 45 getting there. So the thing that be keeping me out of these sales is the higher time frames are showing like you want to buy. And yeah, the 30-minute closed but bearish back in range. And look at that, that just came down to fill like some of that wick, and now it's flipping back up. There's just a lot of different stories being told on a lot of different time frames. But at least you know you have a solid resistance right there now. So that just came down in the span of 5 seconds, came down. And then I saw this on the 5 minute, this little support right here, that even if you got in, that you was only 20 pips away on a support. Yeah, looks like I'm off to my golf lesson. Well, all good, all good. I would say the best trades to take. Price doing a lot, not even gonna hold you. Enjoy that golf on me, because like, you see what I'm saying though, like, the 1 hour is bullish, so this can just be the bottom wick to continue up. But then the 30-minute closed bearish back in the range, didn't give much of a top wick going up, came down to fill most of that wick, The 15-minute candles have gone close above, finally close back below. But then I go to the 5-minute and I see that we got just up and down. Like, that's real dangerous, trying to guess which side that we go into. Like, I don't think this is an A+ setup type day. I think this is where people lose money. But for what it's worth, a closure likely above this newest form resistance is probably pretty good, right above there. Or wait for the price to come all the way down to retest to come back up. But for now, since I'm on a time crunch, I'm probably about to get on out of here. Yep, just live to fight. Literally, make it to tomorrow. Live to fight another day. That's one of my sticky notes I have on the bottom of my monitor. So interesting. Not really much going on this week, but I guess if that's 2 days worth of work, then I guess we are looking pretty good to start the month. It's not typical that we don't have trades in a day, as y'all know, but I'm not trying to force nothing in this when prices printing side by side. So whoever's trading, be safe, size down, use a stop loss, and I'll catch y'all next Monday. See y'all. Exactly. Walk away. Exactly. Appreciate y'all though, for sure. Thank y'all.